While most people think of D-Day or the Pacific Islands when they hear about World War II, one of the deadliest and harshest battles took place on the doorstep of India. In 1942, the Japanese Empire was on the move, conquering Southeast Asia at a rapid pace. Burma, today called Myanmar, was critical for two reasons. It was the gateway to British India. It was the supply route to China, known as the Burma Road. If Japan controlled Burma, India would be next. Britain's hold on its most important colony would be under threat. In early 1942, Japan invaded Burma, crushing the British and Chinese defenders. The retreat was brutal. Tens of thousands of Allied troops and civilians fled on foot into India through jungles and mountains. It was one of the largest and most chaotic retreats of the war. By the summer of 1942, Burma was in Japanese hands, and India was directly threatened. Faced with a crisis, Britain turned to India. The Indian Army grew from 200,000 soldiers in 1939 to over 2.5 million by 1945, making it the largest volunteer force of the war. Indian soldiers, alongside British, Chinese, and American forces, would lead the fight to take Burma back. Special jungle fighting units like the Chindits, commanded by Ord Wingate, launched daring raids deep behind Japanese lines. In 1944, Japan launched its boldest attack, trying to invade India through the northeastern towns of Imphal and Kohima. But Indian and British defenders dug in and, after weeks of brutal jungle warfare, stopped the Japanese advance. The Battle of Kohima was later called one of Britain's greatest battles, halting Japan's last major offensive in Asia. After Imphal and Kohima, the Allies finally launched their offensive. From late 1944 to mid-1945, Indian, British, and American forces advanced through Burma's jungles and rivers. They recaptured key cities like Mandalay and Rangoon, cutting off Japan's supply lines. By the end of the campaign, the Japanese army in Burma was shattered, suffering nearly 150,000 casualties. The victory secured India's borders and reopened the road to China. The Burma Campaign was one of the longest and hardest-fought parts of World War II. But because it wasn't in Europe, it's often overlooked. For India, it was a turning point. Indian soldiers fought bravely, yet many returned home to demand freedom from British rule. Just 2 years later, India would gain independence. The jungles of Burma were where India defended its borders and helped change the shape of Asia forever. Thanks for watching Quick History. Comment below, should the Burma Campaign be more famous than it is? Subscribe for sharp, fast-paced military history.